Guys, this is our first installment of Studio 117 Distance Learning Edition. First off, I just want to say that I hope that everybody is doing well and that you're safe and that your families are, doing well and everybody's healthy and got what you need and taking care of each other. This is an unprecedented time, and so I appreciate you actually signing up and being here and taking care of school business. We're going to try to ease into this a little bit. This first assignment should be fairly simple. It's going to be a review. Almost everything that we're going to do for the next 7 weeks or so is going to be review based. It's all going to be online based. You should be able to do this from any device. You might have a little bit of trouble doing it on a phone, a small phone, but hopefully you have access to some sort of device that will help, or at least one computer in the house. You'll have the majority of the week to complete the assignment and get it turned in. So if you run into any issues, please let me know. Any technological issues, limitations, etc. If that applies to you, I would recommend giving me a heads up. But probably the best thing you can do is go to the district website. I'm going to show you that real quick. Well, I'm not going to show you, but go to the district website, and on the home page there's a technology survey. On that survey you can fill it out and list any types of limitations or technical problems that you're having. Call the IT department, leave a message, put in a help ticket on the student help ticket link, which you'll find on the inside class link. So if you go through those processes, you should be able to get on board. And if you don't have any technology at all, if you do that, they should be able to hook you up with some sort of device, possibly a laptop or a Chromebook or something. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to try to make this quick and fast. Our first little deal here is going to be about kerning. If you guys recall, whenever we were working in Illustrator, we touched on this while working on our logos, that kerning is the space between individual letters. Just a quick review of the character tool palette. You had 4 basic functions: the size of the font, right? Over here you have leading, which is the space between lines of text. You increase that, then the line spacing changes. All right, so that's leading. Tracking was the space between all of the letters. That's right here, tracking. And that's kerning. Sorry, this is tracking. It's moving really slow, but if I put in like 250 points, you'll see that it spaces out the letters. Put 1,000 points in there, it's even more spaced out. That's how I spaced out these letters here. So what I want you to really know about this is kerning. That's what applies to our assignment. Now, whenever you have a basic font, a basic sans serif font that's a current font, more modern, meaning it was designed more recently, like Gotham, which is one that I've encouraged students to use a lot. It's a really versatile font, and when you type a word right out of the box, it typically types just fine. It looks great. The spacing is right. I see right here there's a little bit of spacing differences between the O and the L. A lot of the letters where you're going to find strange kerning issues is when you have letters like O's, V's, A's, things like that slant away from the letters next to it. That's when you're going to have some odd spacing. A font like this one looks pretty good right outside the box, right out of the box, as they say. I'm going to adjust the spacing between the O and the P here, just decrease it a little bit, until it looks aesthetically pleasing. Alright, that means basically that it looks like it's as evenly spaced as possible. I'm going to decrease the amount of space here between the A and the P as well. And I might bring this in just a touch. Alright, so basically, when you get down to fonts that are kind of decorative or or fun fonts or whatever, like these here. This font is a system font, and it's pretty bad. Not many people use it. It looks a lot like Papyrus, one of the most hated fonts. It's got really odd spacing here. If you're trying to make this look better, it's probably almost going to be better to put in some negative tracking first, and then come in and custom kern it or optically kern it so that the spacing looks more pleasing to the eye, more even. So the website that you're going to be doing this on allows you to really just click either with a mouse or a finger or whatever, and move the letters that are in between the letters on the beginning and the end of a word. So I'll show that to you. You'll essentially just be spacing out the letters between the first and last letter. A font like this one is like a Chick-fil-A font that I used on a project recently, but when you type it, the spacing looks pretty normal here and here, but right here between this P and the O, it's just really wonky. So I'm going to reduce the amount of space there just by decreasing the kerning amount. Probably put a little bit here until it just looks the way that I want it to look, and it feels like it's got the best spacing possible. This was one of the things that I got blasted on in one of my very first interviews, first job interviews. I had some typography in there that I just typed in the word and went on with it and didn't kern anything. This guy just lambasted me, said, "You're using type right outside the box." Just right out of the box, and it looks really lame. He was trying to help me, and it was actually very appropriate, and it was something that I've lived and died by. So that's pretty much it as far as this demo. Now, you guys are going to be on a website here. All right. Now, if you go to ClassLink and you look at, or you get into a Google Classroom, one of these classes is going to be for you. All the classes are going to do this same assignment. As we start, just a little quick review. We're going to mainly doing this to see how Google Classroom actually works. I'm learning it. Some of you may be learning it, but this right now is saved as a draft. But this is essentially what it's going to say. Part 1, watch this short instructional video review on kerning typography, which is the video that you're watching right now. Part 2, you're going to use the link below to access the website for 7 surprisingly fun online games for graphic designers. And this is the link to it. All right, it should be a live link. You should be able to click on it, and it should take you there. Once you access this web page on the device of your choice, begin playing the first game listed, titled 1, Kern Type. And this is just a quick review about what we just went over, that kerning is adjusting the space between letters. On this assignment, there's going to be 10 sets of words that you have to adjust the kerning on. Each word has letters that are unevenly spaced. You're going to click on the letters and move them left to right until they're correctly kerned. And remember, it's only the letters between the first and last letter of each word. At the bottom right corner, you're going to click the word compare, and that's going to give you a score for each word. It totals up your scores for all 10 words, and you get an overall score at the end. You can replay this as many times as you want. When you get a score that you're happy with, I want you to just simply take a screenshot either on your computer or take a picture of it with your phone or whatever it is and upload it to the class drive for a grade no later than 3 p.m. on Friday, April 3rd. That's your deadline. If you turn it in after 3 p.m., it's going to be late. There'll be a late fine on it, a late point deduction. The instructional video you're watching now will go over these steps as well. And above all, make sure you try to have fun with it. This is the class drive folder. I'm not sure how it will look whenever you see it. Probably something like this, but that's where you're going to turn in your screenshot. All right. Now everybody does have a Google Calendar, which should show the actual deadline. If you go to the 3rd, well, it's not there because it's not a real assignment yet, but it should be there, so keep an eye out for that. Now, when you click on this link, it's going to take you to letsintern.com, and it should take you straight to this website. You're going to do the first one. It's likely that we're going to do the next one next week about serifs and sans serif fonts. It'll be the same type of deal. It'll be a quick little demo video, a little instructional video, and then you'll do the assignment, take a screenshot, and turn it in. So there are several of these. As you can see just by looking at these are really kind of exactly what we've already done earlier in the year, which is why this is a good review. So whenever you hit Kern Type, when you play this game, it shows you how to get started. You can either move your left and right keys on the keyboard, right? Just like nudge it to the left and the right until you get it into the right place, or you can click with the mouse and drag. Well, that made me go to the next one. So this is the first one. It's 1 of 10. You're going to just kind of space this until you think it seems like it's spaced appropriately. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see how old Lamar does. Ooh, not too good. So, you go to the next one. It says right here, I guess it'll show you some other stuff. You're kerning, and that's the solution. It's not very generous with these points, so make sure you really take your time on it. Kind of move these out. You can't move the first and last letter. See that? So it's got a little circle slash. So you can only move the interior letters. The words are all pretty short. Ha-ha! Did much better on that one. So you do the next one. I'm going to do these kind of quick and see how I do. Just by rushing through it. Not bad. Not bad. Ha-ha! So you just keep going, right? And you get all the way through it, and I'm going to just kind of, whoa. So you can see if you just slop through it, you're not going to get a good score, but I'm going to just compare through these and just finish this out in the essence of time. So after this, there'll be one more. There it is. There's the last one. All right. So I got 18 points and didn't even move anything. So I'm finished. That's what this means. It's going to give me a total score. I only got a 38. So I'd probably play it again. You can hit try again. Tweet your score if you really feel like doing that, but it's not going to accomplish anything for a grade. Now, to do a screenshot, if you don't remember that, if you happen to be on a Mac, it's Shift-Command-4, or I can't remember the other one that takes the entire screen, but if you would try to, get as much of the screen as possible, then drop that screenshot to me. So in the class, whoops, in this deal right here, Google Class Drive, boom, right? If you have the ability to rename your screenshot, I think you all know how I want it named. That's going to be last name underscore first initial underscore, and let's call it Kerning. All right, and drag and drop it in, and then you have turned in your work for the week. Now, the way that I'm going to probably do the grades, in order to give you several grades, is I'm probably going to give you a grade for logging in. If you log in and play this game, and you turn in an assignment, then I know that you showed up. You showed up for work, and you get a grade just for showing up. Probably will also try to do some sort of average of those two grades, perhaps like a P&P grade, productivity and participation grade. So in case you get a really bad score like this one, there'll be some other grades in there to kind of level that out. But do the best that you can. Like I said, you can play this game as many times as you want until you feel that you got a score that you like. If you have any questions, please hit me up on Remind or on Google. And remember, have fun and stay safe out there, everybody. All right. Take care.